My name is Rochelle of Creative Mindz Yoga. We're a mobile fitness studio based in New York. Today what we're going to do is a full flow. We're going to be focusing on our breath and our movement and just syncing them together. We're going to start out in our child's pose. You can spread your legs apart or you can bring them together. Also, you can extend your arms in front of you or behind you for your child's pose. This is a resting pose. So anytime in the practice you feel as though you need that moment to be engaged, but still get rest, this is the pose to go to. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and we're going to allow our chest to rise up, and then we're going to exhale and bring our foreheads down to the mat. Now I'm going to spread my legs apart to be comfortable. I'm placing my hands in front of me. Inhale and breathe. And exhale, release. And I want you to hear your breath. Don't be afraid to let it shine. You can roll your head on the mat, left and right a couple times. And just let go. There's an opportunity to let go. Take your right fingertips and crawl them over to your left hand and just extend the arms out a little bit. Your wrist isn't quite lifting off of the mat. You're just stretching. Walk that right hand back and then take your left and walk those fingertips over towards the right. Making sure you breathe and release. This is a really good side stretch. And if your knees are hurting in any way, you can double up on your mat. Bring your hands back. And slowly walk the fingertips forward. Now our wrists are going to rise. What we're going to do is position ourselves in a tabletop position. Upon coming up, and we can come into a quick cat-cow. So our cat-cow is when we rotate our body up and back. Our head drops back, our back arches, and our hips sort of kind of come up towards the ceiling. This is our cow. And then when we push forward, right, and we dome shape the back, drop the chin to the chest, pressing the hips down towards the thighs. That is our cat. We want to incorporate the breath with the movement. Inhale, you can bring your head up. And here, if you also bring up your gaze, might help you go a little bit further. And then down. Great job. And then maybe two more. And when you come back to center, I want you to just pause for a moment. And here what we're going to do is we're going to take our hips, right? And we're going to allow our hips to rotate. And you're just opening up the back body and the hips and the thighs. Think about what muscles it takes to move. Think about your hands and how they're positioned. What happens if you move it up or down? Try to maintain that hips width apart. And it's good for our bodies to be able to just move in this kind of position, right? We rest, we sit, we do all of these different things, even stand and walk, and all of it comes back to our hips no matter what we do, right? So feel free to just move around for the next, I'd say another 30 seconds or so. You can try anything you like. Feel free to explore. I'm really big on allowing people in my classes to always explore, right? The reality of it is even if I were in the room with you, do not know what your body needs. I don't know that you have an injury from 10 years ago. I don't know that, you're had a baby or you had some kind of thing when you lifted up a box, right? I don't know those things, but you do. So you exploring your body is the best way to start off your yoga practice, right? And we're going to come back to center. Tuck the toes under and shoot the hips up towards the ceiling. And what that is called downward facing dog. There we go. And that downward facing dog, you're going to press into the knuckles of your palm and you're going to press into the balls of your feet. You're pressing in so much that it's almost like you're ripping the mat. Inhale and breathe, and on the exhale, see if you can lower the heels just a little bit further. A millimeter is a lot, right? Especially when you just woke up, or if you had a long day and you're doing this practice and, you haven't done one of these, it could be a lot. Maybe pedal out the feet before you jump right in, right? That help with any fatigue. And take your other foot, your left, and you're going to press that back. You're going for length and not for height. It's almost as if your thigh is coming out of your hips joint, right? And come back down. Take both feet, step them up in between your hands. You're in a forward fold. Let the head hang heavy here. You'll take your hands onto your shins and you're going to walk them above or below the knee so you have a flat back. And this is our half lift flat back, always done with our flow. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms are going to rise. You're going to lift up, reaching up overhead, reaching up, reach for the ceiling. And then exhale, you're going to drop back down into your forward fold. And breathe. Really feel the release in your hamstrings. Maybe soften the knees a little bit. And let the weight drop down into the heels. Take our right foot. Take our left foot actually and bring it back. Our right foot will be forward. And just rock forward and back. The foot is not pivoted. The heel is raised. Now you're going to take your right foot back to meet your left and you're in what's called an upper push-up plank position. You're welcome to come down to the knees or you can stay right here. Look up, lean the upper body forward, shoot the heels back, straighten out the back body, right? And then start to lower down, hugging the shoulders by the sides. Lay the belly down on the ground. And what we're going to do is just allow the upper portion of our body to rise. Pressing down into the thighs. You can bring the feet together or you can keep them a little bit apart, like hips width. But don't go open like that. You want to make sure that they're closed. And this is our cobra. It's just a slight baby cobra. And then come down and bringing your head down to the mat. Big belly breath in. We're going to keep our hands positioned right here because we're going to actually move. We're going to lift up through that baby cobra and we're going to come down into a child's pose. So we're just drawing the body back. Take the head, just lifting, just moving it back and forth. And then come back to a tabletop position. Big belly breath in, tuck the toes under, shoot the hips up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. This downward dog might feel a little bit different than the last. We're going to take our left foot and we're going to bring it forward in front of our hands. Then our right. Let yourself again hang heavy in your forward fold. And exhale. On the next inhale, bring yourself up to a half lift, flat back. Drop back down, forward fold. Bend the knees, come up, shooting up from the feet all the way up. And we can reach. Reach for the stars. And then exhale. Hands come back down to the ground. What you're going to do this time is you're going to take your left foot and you're going to bring it behind you, and your right is going to remain forward. And then take them both back. Come into your plank position. Remember, you can modify. And lower down and press up. This is an upward dog. So you can do your cobra or you can do this up dog, where you're pressing your chest forward through your shoulders, looking up, gazing up, and then you're going to tuck your toes back under for a downward facing dog. This time we're going to inhale our right foot back, but we're going to lift it up. We're going to go for length. We're going to adjust our hands so that we're in a semi-triangle position, and then you're welcome to just take that bend, arching the back. Inhale and breathe, and on the exhale, rotate. There you go. This is an opportunity to really just open up the hips. Everybody loves a hip opener. Scoot your body back forward, squaring the hips with the mat. Bring that right foot forward in between the hands. This time you are going to pivot your left foot down into the ground. So what you're basically doing is bringing it to a 45-degree angle, right? And you're pressing into the outer rim of your foot. That's going to help you be secure as you come up into a runner's lunge. Breathe here, inhale and exhale. And we're going to just stay in this position for a few more breaths, and then slowly sit a little bit lower if we can into our hips. You're almost like train tracks. You're not in one line because you could collapse, right? What I want you to do is be on like a train track. One foot is on one track, the other foot is on the other track. Your hips are square with the mat. They're not like this. You're just kind of pivoting your right hip back, your left hip forward. Bring the hips to your mat. And inhale, arms rise. Warrior one. Here's an opportunity to be a strong warrior. Don't allow the mind to tell you that the body is not strong enough to hold this. You are stronger than you can probably ever give yourself credit for. You can lift up out of your hips and then bring your hands back down towards the mat. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Press down, your choice. Come up through a down dog or a cobra. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. By now, the hips should start to sink in just a little bit more into the mat. Inhale and breathe, and on the exhale, adjust the hands. Inhale, left foot comes back and then up, right? Here we are in our nice hip opener. You are going for length. You are moving this foot in a way that serves you. Breathe in and exhale. Square those hips. Pivot your right foot down to a 45-degree angle, securing it, right? Come into a runner's lunge. Here we're in our runner's lunge. Our hands are behind us. Our upper body is forward. Squeeze the core. Inhale and breathe, and on the exhale, sink just a little bit lower and come up through to your warrior one on your left side. Inhale, big belly breath in. Exhale, adjust the feet to fit you. Remember, we're on train tracks here. Inhale and breathe and look up. And on the exhale, stabilize. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. You don't want to be tense like this. You want to let go. right? Your fingertips are strong, they're straight, they're prepared for battle. Remember, as I said, this is a warrior's pose, strong warrior. Breathe in through your heart center, lifting up, gazing up, and then exhale, hands come down to the mat. Take your left back to meet your right. Press down, really getting a nice press into the ground, right? You're really going to allow yourself to come down through that cobra or through that up dog, and your belly is going to extend. By now, you should be opening up and a little bit more flexible. Good job, good job. We're going to inhale, toes are going to lift up, and then we're going to see if we can drop those heels back, right? Breath by breath. And we're going to inhale, right foot goes up, comes in between our hands, left foot pivots down, arms rise up, one breath, one movement, warrior one, exhale, warrior two. You're reaching so far forward to the front and so far forward to the back that it's almost like you're being pulled apart. You're going to keep your head and gaze over the right hands. Inhale and breathe, and exhale, stabilize. You're going to take your hands, cartwheel them over, bring your hands down to the mat. Take your right foot back to meet your left. Press down and up. Up dog. And here we go. Downward facing dog. Really make a triangle more and more as we go. And your left foot is going to rise, right? And you're going to swing it in between your hands in the front of the mat. Your right foot is going to come down to that 45-degree angle. Press into the balls of your foot. Inhale, rise up, coming through warrior one. Now you're going to see my back body, and you'll see what the warrior looks like on the opposite side when you come to warrior two. Remember the same principles. Inhale. You can roll those shoulders up and back. Try to keep them down away from your ears. Position yourself with your feet on that train track. You're going to bump, right? So your right leg is just going to bump back. Your left is going to kind of just square forward. Well, square forward as into this wall. Our left hand is going to reach out. Our right hand is going to reach behind us, and we're going to keep our head over on this left side. Nice, strong warrior. 30 seconds. Using your breath to inhale and exhale. Just when you feel as though it's too much, I want you to take that breath and just pop out. You can do it. You're coming, bringing strength from your heart center. It's coming out. It's coming up through your body, the fire that's inside of your abdomen. Your fingertips are forward. That fire is breathing into those fingertips. Forward you go. Onward. Here it's like you're already in the battle. You feel it, right? You feel the burn, but it is nothing compared to being inside the battle, right? You could be inside of a battle within yourself, and that could be the worst battle of your life. Inhale and breathe and know that you can make it through that battle. And one more second, and then take the arms, lift them up. Yep, cartwheel them down to the ground. Inhale, press your hands into the mat and come through your flow. Great job. So far, you can probably feel your arms are working, right? Inhale and breathe, and on the exhale, release. And what we're going to do is a warrior 3, right? I think that you can participate in this. They call this a reverse warrior. So we're going to go ahead and take our right foot and lift it up. Bring your right foot in between your hands and the mat. Take your left foot, and you're going to bring that to that 45-degree angle. One breath, one movement. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Exhale. Here we go, warrior two. Inhale, press the hand. The right hand is going to come forward, and then you're going to exhale, and you can bring your left hand back. It can come right here onto your leg, or you can reach in for your clothes or for your thigh. Your choice. But you want to make sure that that knee is running. It's running with your foot, and it stays stable with your ankle, that right foot. It's running with it. You're pressing more into the outer rim of your left leg, so you get that hip to rise. And then bring the hands down. Cartwheel through, and go through your flow. All right. Good job. Left leg rises. Inhale, bring it forward. On the exhale, take that foot, press it down. Take the right foot, press it down into the ground, 45 degrees. Come up through to your warrior one. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, run the left hand forward. Sky flip the hand. Sky flip the hand. Press it back. Take your right hand, place it on the back of that thigh, or again, you can go in through your binds. All right? Your choice. Inhale and breathe. Really getting a lot of strength inside of the hip to help you push up and pull the rib cage apart. And then come back and cartwheel the hands down. You should already feel a little bit stronger as you go through your flow. And breathe. We're going to take our right foot, bring it forward. Take our left and bring it forward and come into that forward fold. And just stay here for a moment. Let the arms relax. Let them dangle. And breathe. Inhale. Half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, arms come back down to the ground. Take your left foot back. Take your right. Press down and up. And come back. Other side, left leg comes forward. You're going to do this flow on this side. And forward fold. We're going to take that break and forward fold. I love forward folds. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Press up, lifting up. Hands come down by the side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Take both feet back. We're going to do the last upper push-up plank of the class. Press down, come up. Downward facing dog. And we're just going to pause in this downward dog. This is the last downward dog of the class. And we're going to come down then to our mats, gently placing our knees down. Right? We're going to kick out our feet in front of us. Allow the arms to rise and then reach forward. And breathe. You can take the knees and you can bend them a little bit before you come down, or you can come straight up for the forward fold, reaching for the toes. If your hands are here on your shins, that's fine. You can even drop them to the side. You see my body doesn't go down very much, so there's no expectation in how far. Just when you breathe, allow the chest to rise, and then on the exhale, let it fall a little bit closer down to the thighs. 3, 2, and 1. Arms lift. Bring the feet up, come into a boat pose. Hands are going to press together. You're going to twist to your left, squeeze the core, chest comes back up, and then exhale, and then come down to the right. Inhale, squeeze up, and exhale, and inhale. Boat pose. Now, some people can put their feet all the way up to the ceiling, and that's great. And then other people may have to be in a boat pose like this, right? Where your toes are just touching. Maybe just try to lift up on your heels. And otherwise, you can come right in the middle. One more. And lower. And lift up. And lower. Say you're rocking the boat. What? 2 and 1. And slowly, you're going to take your feet, press them down, and start to lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to get back. Make sure you're on your mat. Okay. Take your feet, bring them up by your chest. Slowly and gently just rock the body, maybe up and down, or to the left and to the right. No right or wrong way. You can really hug, or you can just kind of hug. Your choice. Take your right knee, keep it plugged up to your chest, allow your left leg to come down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And take your right hand. Unfortunately, I had a Brooklyn apartment, so I don't have a lot of room. In theory, you're going to stretch out this right hand as far as it can possibly go. You're going to take the leg and cross it over towards, your right knee is going to cross over towards the left side of the floor. You can use a block here, right? And then you'll bring out that left hand. And if you want, you can stay right where you are. I'm going to show those who want to use a block what it looks like, right? I have my handy dandy block right here. So I would do my twist, and then I would gently just find a home. Of course, you want to be stable. And technically, what you should be doing is taking your head and looking over towards your right side. Now, this is a gentle spine twist. It's very good to wring out the spine. And breathe. Inhale, come up. Bring the knee in towards the chest. And then place it back down on the ground. And take your left knee and bring it up towards the chest. Big belly breath in. On the exhale, you're going to take that left knee and bring it over towards the right. And your left hand is going to be extended as mine should have been on the opposite side. And I'm going to position myself in a way that works for me. When it comes to my twist, you can use a block, or you can be elevated, or your knee can touch the ground, your choice. And then I'm going to look over that left shoulder. So one part of my body is to this side, and the other one is to this left side. And just breathe. Slowly come back up. Bring the knee to the chest. And prepare for Savasana. Hands are flipped. Feet fall apart from one another. Eyes are closed. You can even place your hands on your chest and your belly if you're more comfortable. Or you can place your hands down. Your choice. Inhale, breath in. And exhale, release. Congratulate yourself for a job well done. You didn't have to do yoga today, but you did. You didn't have to stay in warrior or do that warrior too, but you did. Inhale and exhale. Stay in Savasana as long as you like. Allow this to play on for a few more moments. And if you're not on autoplay on YouTube, this video will just stop and provide you the opportunity to remain in Savasana, maybe for an hour if you have the time. Maybe your body needs to restore. Or maybe you're already out of Savasana, and that's perfectly fine. Couple more breaths. Namaste.